What's going on, YouTube? Hello, it has been a while. I haven't recorded a video in like roughly 5 to 6 months, and I have no excuse for my behavior. So I just wanted to jump into this video today, what's been going on since my last video, and just to fill you in a little bit with my life. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Caitlin. I go by Curvy Kate on Instagram. I'm 24 years old, and I just had gastric sleeve surgery on October 10th, 2019. So if you're watching this video, welcome, and I hope that you enjoy it. So I had gastric sleeve surgery, as I just mentioned. My last video, I was preparing for it, and I was just talking about the acceptance of it and coming to grips with, reality and what was going on at the time. I'm in a much better headspace. I am 98 pounds down, which is super exciting. I'm about to hit my 100 mark, and I am, like I said, 5 months out. It has been a whirlwind of up and downs. It's definitely been a roller coaster of life events as well. I have been going through a little bit of like some mental issues, but there's nothing that I won't go through that I can't get through. Okay, there you go. I think the hardest part about everything is just, realizing like what's really going on, and just not trying to be in denial and just accepting it and enjoying the journey as you go through it. You got to work on the inside, and then work on the outside, because you will only get better if you get better, if that makes sense. If you've been following me on Instagram, unfortunately, me and my ex, who I was with for a while, if you've been following me, you already know who she is. We separated shortly after I had my gastric sleeve surgery. I'm not going to get too much into it. If you've been following me, then you already know. If not, no hard feelings, because we are still in each other's life, and very active in it. For the most part, I am pretty much just in the process of finding myself, definitely going through, like I said before, guys, some mental up and downs. I think it's a little bit of an adjustment for me, not only just physical, but mentally, because when I was sad and when I was mad and when I didn't want to shut down, and food was comforting to me. It wasn't telling me to shut the fuck up. It wasn't abusing me. It wasn't making me feel like shit. So I turned to food like most people did who got this surgery or is thinking about it. Finding new ways to cope with the sadness or the alone feeling, or just coping with the fact that you don't have what you were comfortable with at one time. Not that I miss food or anything, because for the most part, I like being restricted. I like only having a certain amount of food, because you don't need a lot of food. Going through my process, and I was going through my seminars, and I had my classes online. That's what, my coach said is, train yourself to know that you're eating to live and not living to eat. And it's okay if you only have a few bites. McDonald's will still be there. Burger King will still be there. Chick-fil-A will still be there. Chinese food will still be there. So it's not the end of the world, and it's not the end of yours. So life does get better. Life does go on. If you ask me, this has been the best decision I could have made for myself. And I'm a little disappointed that I didn't do it sooner. Yes, I would do this all over again, a million times over and over. I'd give away all the food. I'd do the liquid diet all over again. I would do this all over again if it meant that I would feel the way that I feel today. I went on vacation in February to Boston, and before, a year ago, if I was to visit, I'd be afraid because of, going up and down the stairs to get to the train, up and down the stairs to even get to the house or the front door, or just the fact that you have to go upstairs to get to access to many things. And that kind of scared me. And another thing that really scared me was like flying at 414 pounds. Like, I would always feel like I was splurging into the seat next to me, and that the person was so comfortable and just overcrowded with my body, and I just felt like a nuisance. So flying this time, in 2020, being 95 pounds down at the time, it was great. And I didn't need a seatbelt extender, which for the first time in my life, I didn't need one. Crazy, exciting feeling. If only you guys could feel like my energy radiating off of me. Why would I be like happy about fitting into a regular seatbelt? Because before, I could never fit into a regular one. I had to have an extender, and I always had to ask somebody like, hey, You know, I'm a little and not for nothing, but if we're gonna be honest, and that's what this channel is purely going to be mainly about, is being honest, real, and transparent with you guys. That was annoying. And not only was it annoying, it was embarrassing, because I just wanted to wear one seatbelt like everybody else. What else? Living alone. Work's going good, life's going good, I can keep up. I'm excited for tomorrow, and I don't know, guys. Had you asked me before, I would have told you that, like, I was just waiting for the day something happens to me, because of how depressed and alone and afraid I was, and in denial I was. And I'm not saying that I hated myself, because if you have been watching me throughout my journey for the last few years, I've always loved myself. I give myself the biggest hug, because I'm so proud of her for getting me through this. And I just want to let you know that if you're watching this and just in a really tough place right now, mentally, it does get better. Life does go on, and it doesn't rain forever. The sun does come out. I genuinely can say that with a smile on my face, and I don't have to fake it anymore. So for the most part, guys, everything's going good. Everybody goes through things, and I'm just going through things, and I'm growing through them as well. And I love the person that I'm turning into. I wanted to touch base on a couple of, like, the cons to the surgery, because everything hasn't been rainbows and butterflies and unicorns and spectacular and wonderful. I think what isn't said a lot during these videos, or, you know, even online a lot, he really didn't know the severity of, you know, how much hair falls out during the process of any type of bariatric surgery. I do have a head full of hair. It doesn't look like I have any balding spots, and I have been taking pretty good care of it. Chunks do come out pretty regularly, and if not, for the most part, almost every day. To be a little honest, it's making me a little insecure. I know that it's just hair and it will grow back. I have not been taking my vitamins every day, and I think that if I'm even going to make these videos and post them online, then I need to be honest, because, like, who am I fooling? I would literally be lying to you if I told you that I took my vitamins every day, because I don't. But I do need to get better, and I will get better, because I need to be more strict on myself, and I'm going to be more strict on myself, because I ain't no DMB. So, like, let's get it together, Caitlin. I live in Clearwater, and I had my surgery done in Miami, Florida, by Dr. Paul Wisman, who was great and has been great ever since. He has answered every question, every call, every email that I've ever sent, or whenever I have needed him, he has always been there. I've made the drive a few times for follow-up appointments, but for the most part, I talk to him via, you know, phone, email, things of that sort, and we send pictures so that he can stay updated with what's going on. What else? I want to make sure I touch on, like, things that have been asked frequently, or just, you know, just touching base and making sure I dot some I's and cross some T's as I post this video, because I want it to be informative, I want it to be fun, and I want you guys just to have a life update on me. My birthday's at the end of this month, which is March 30th. I am an Aries. Work has been going really well, to say the least, and, you know, before I felt like, you know, when I was 414 pounds, I felt very, I felt like I took a lot of space. Like, I just felt like I was in the way. I felt like the first thing when people saw me was just my weight. I looked like a potato. I mean, I still look like a potato. I'm still big. But yeah, like, dude, like, it's crazy. And I just feel like I have so much energy, and I have, like, I feel like I have a positive outlook on life. And I just feel like I have a purpose now. And I feel like I have a reason. Like, I have a reason to be here. I have a reason to stay, and so do you. And I hope that you guys get to feel like me one day, if not one day already feel like that, because it's just a crazy feeling. And like I said, life gets better, and like Patrick Star says all the time, life opens up when you do. So I think this is all for this video, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys.